Lab programs are helping with our network transformation in that you have access to people that have been there and done that. So when you bring in something that a person doesn't know about, we can relate that to things that we already know and go.
Lab programs provide great environment for referencing individual solutions of the vendors and also testing the entire value chain. And last but not least, they are great environments for networking, meeting other people, and getting exposure, which is so important, especially for the new players on the market.
CSPs should actively participate in creating standards, certification, and using this in their procurement processes.
The integration complexities are quite a few. It starts from like the hardware, it starts from the variety of solutions available. Some of them are pre-standard. So, integration, there's a lot of integration to be done. It's not a trivial task. So coming together and doing this exercise is actually highly beneficial for the outcome.
It's very important to have labs programs in order to help the customers and the partners in the network acceleration. We know that nowadays there is a lot of disaggregation, and we are able to test your solution just on your lab, but it's very important to understand that you can integrate with other components. In a more and more disaggregated world, interoperability, integration is key in order to ensure that the end-to-end workflow works smoothly.
So we have many lab and collaborative research engagements globally, so both in academic level as well as industrial research. So we've started in Japan, we've got very active collaboration with NTT Docomo and OREX, where we've got multiple Open RAN stacks. We're then working with NTT Data to take that out to market for European operators, give them some benefit there.
One of the examples of these integration labs is the one that we provide as part of the Ready for Telco Cloud certification program. It allows our network function vendors to validate the solution on top of the full VMware Telco Cloud stack. So in this way, they ensure that they will have like a smooth onboarding, a smooth termination, interoperability, and also that they can validate the lifecycle management operation that they will support. The Ready for Telco Cloud program has been very successful. We nowadays have more than 300 network functions certified on our program, so it helps to the customers to have a wide range of applications to be chosen.
We have European labs with I14Y. So again, we're working with them to bring many vendors together, really accelerate the European ecosystem. Many research tracks with University of Berlin, Connect Research Centre in Ireland. A lot of those are collaborative activities where we bring in industrial partners as well as smaller businesses to really accelerate their solutions to market.
To accelerate network transformation, Labs program should make testing more efficient through standardization and automation, and this is what we do at the I14Y.
In the US, we've got 5G Oil, which we're very active with T-Mobile with. University of San Diego, we're doing RIC research. Stanford doing RIC research, so very active with the Commonwealth cybersecurity teams. The grid in Ireland is roughly maybe 4% telco used, and then 15 to 23% of the grid is used by the data centers, not only just hyperscalers. So what we've been doing there is we've been measuring the effect of how much green energy goes onto the grid and then how much the IT infrastructure can use that green energy. PlugFest is another interesting area of work that we have collaboratively with the ORAN Alliance on the Telecom Infrastructure Project. So ORAN and TIP, we have spring and autumn PlugFests around the world. We tend to take different problematic areas in Open RAN and look at how we plug these things together and figure out the operational issues associated with getting them into market.
That's how things started working. When they got together the first time, they would get a portion of it working, but by the end of the exercise, everything would work. Another good example might be like Cable Labs, where all the vendors are invited and standards come out of that.
These labs, these ecosystems of partners are critical both in to be able to solve a bunch of these industry problems. If we bring these people together, we can actually work together to figure out how we take the standards definitions and figure out the real practical issues associated with making these things work. We can then work with the different radio vendors, particularly in the radio space. You need physical radio infrastructure, you need spectrum to be able to do that. So the operators always have a critical role to play with that.
The lab initiatives that we've been able to do go from the initial deployment, like you just get the minimal viable product working, all the way to the performance. So it's a big gap going from PowerPoint to actual live traffic, and that's what we can help with.
The more they work together, the quicker they get what they need into their digital transformation.